Alright, what's up guys? Today I'm going to do a quickie on an angle grinder. I actually had a student ask me some questions about a little project they had going on, so I thought, it was a good time to talk about angle grinders, okay? So, this is my setup for my angle grinder. It's got no guard on it. We'll discuss that in a second. Alright, so there's different types of bits that you have for your angle grinder, okay? This is a metal cutoff wheel. Alright, this is for cutting metal. Actually, right now I'm going to use this blade to cut some aluminum siding to put trim on over there. So that's what I'm going to use for that. This one's more for polishing metal. Alright, this one I almost never use. So these are the big ones that we want to talk about as far as our class is concerned. Okay, and they all do the same thing. They all cut masonry. Alright. This one was 3/8 thick, okay, whereas you can see that these two are pretty paper thin. This one is for repointing. So as you guys know from the class, our joints are typically 3/8 of an inch. So with this one, all you got to do is stick this one in and it cleans it out automatically on one swipe through, okay? This one will do the same thing. It will cut masonry, but it's a lot thinner. So because this one is so big, it's more difficult to use because it's cutting more surface. It tends to bog down more, whereas this one's a lot skinnier and it will cut a lot easier. So one of the tricks that I'll do sometimes if I'm struggling is I'll cut the top of the joint and then I'll cut the bottom of the joint and then I'll take a chisel and I'll just clip that out, and it actually makes it a lot cleaner as opposed to this thing that just kicks out a ton of dust. Alright, this one right here is the same deal, but what I wanted to discuss that was important with this one is, as you can see on this blade, see where the difference is from here, from this top point to this, the difference in color, the difference in polish? Well, this is the actual part that does the cutting. Alright, so once this is gone, you no longer have a working blade. This one has the same deal. It has a lot more to where you get to this polish part. If you observe this one right here, if you look at the edge of it, there's nothing left, okay? So this blade is basically toast. It's just a piece of metal at this point. But that's how you know how much meat you have left on your bit. All right, so real quick, we're gonna discuss how to remove and put new blades on. So this is a DeWalt. Each one, like a different brand, has different functions as far as the locking mechanism for the blade. But you have to get this blade to lock, to stop spinning in order to get this wheel off. So for this one, you press the button, okay, and it won't lock automatically. You have to find the channel for it to slide in to actually lock and get the blade off. So I'm going to continue to spin it till you see this part drop, and it just dropped, and now the blade is locked in place. Now I can use the actual key, okay, to remove the bit. So I'm going to talk about that one more time. Put it right here. I'm going to hit the little button there. I'm going to continue to spin the blade so you see the button drop, and now the blade is locked in place, okay? So, it's the good old saying, lefty loosey, righty tighty. So I'm going to put it on there and move it to the left, and now my bit is officially loosened, okay? So, one of the other things that's important to remember is, I remember on my demo saw how there was an inner ring for different blades. That is the case again. See this inner ring right here? We cannot lose that inner ring, where some of them do not have that inner ring. So I simply put my blade on here like so and tighten back down, righty tighty. Now I have put it back down. There's two different ways I can do this. I can either grab the button and simply twist it tight, or if you want to have a little bit of insurance to make sure it's tight enough, you can take the key and tighten it up righty tighty. Boom, my blade is good to go. Alright, so I wanted to discuss real quick one more thing with the guard. This is my own personal grinder. I would never ever suggest removing the guard. I did this a long time ago when I was young and dumb, but the only reason why this is acceptable is because it's my grinder, so it's my risk, and I'm used this thing a lot. I'm very comfortable with it, and let me put it, long story short, you're new, don't do this. If I ever was to take this onto a job site, this would be an immediate OSHA violation, and they would have me remove it. But again, this is my grinder, my personal grinder, but I don't suggest removing it. All right, so real quick, something I wanted to talk about. Our online classes are starting. This will be the first video for it. A lot of you guys are doing a good job, and actually people are getting better. I know, again, this is tough for everybody. This is not what we signed up for. We signed up for an online, or we didn't sign up for an online class we signed up for a hands-on class. So, you know, we're just going to do the best we can, and I want to emphasize to everybody that as long as the effort is put forth, you can expect some pretty high grades. The only people that really are going to be in trouble are the people that don't do anything at all. So keep up the good work, guys, and here we go.